clients that message me weeks, months beforehand and go, I've got an event coming up. And I'll go, okay, what's the event? Oh, I've got Girls' Day Out. How am I going to manage this? Because I'm telling you right now that I'm waiting for this. I have multiple clients that this is one of the things that they pencil into their calendar, and nothing is going to stop them from enjoying that day. And that speaks volumes to me in that it's not a family event. It's not their birthday. They'd rather not have anything on their birthday so they can enjoy that event because it does mean so much. Yeah. Welcome everybody to the PRJCT Transform Podcast, where we talk all things health, fitness and lifestyle. I am Maddy and we've got Chucky and a special guest here, drum roll,
Jeanette.
Jeanette is a local nurse, a mum to 5 wonderful girls, and has been a local to the Warragul-Gippsland area for many, many years. Community is really what we're going to talk about today, and that's always been a very big part of her life. Training for many years, that's how we all know her, and I personally remember you at boot camps when I was like 17 years old, boxing, all that sort of thing. But what we are going to talk about today is a few years ago, Jeanette, along with a group of friends, started a fundraising event called A Girls' Day Out, and many people will know it, many people have been. But it is to raise money for the oncology department at the West Gippsland Hospital.
Correct.
Yeah. I'm excited to hear how many people were at the first event versus what it is now. But they just had their last event, it was a few weeks ago now, May, and raised $135,000.
That was a conservative estimate. It was a little more than that, but that was what we definitely cleared.
Wow. So yeah, $135,000 just from local people, which is great. So we're very excited to have her here. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
Nick will add in some clapping and
cheering and stuff.
So good. How's everyone's day been? What have we been up to?
Here.
Nothing.
PTing and stuff, normal for me, Yeah.
I was just telling Chucky, this is the beauty about being online. I worked in the car this morning while James drove me to a warehouse sale in Moorabbin.
Gosh, you've been miles today.
Yeah, but I got some really good deals. And
for what?
For Oi Oi. Do you know that brand? It's like a nappy bag.
Oi Oi.
That's what it is.
Or did you buy 5 nappy bags?
Yes.
I did buy another one. But they had really good sales on. Anyway, I walked up and I'm like, there's only like 4 people there. This is really awkward. So James and I went for another little walk, came back, and I'm like, oh, it's fine, we'll just wait. Anyway, then she comes up and she's like, would you like a $30 voucher? I was like, I'd love one, thanks. She's like, oh, you just have to be on a video to tell us about how good the bag is. And I was like, done, here you go. What do you want me to say? So got myself a voucher, bought some things, it was great. But,
it's all baby stuff.
Yeah, but people are vultures. I just wandered in as soon as they opened, and there were women like running in.
Really?
And at the tables, like filling all the bags up, pulling them apart, like just to make sure they were good.
That was you?
No, it was definitely not. I stood back and was like, what do I want? What did I come here for? I didn't know what I was doing. Jeanette's had her hair done this morning. She's looking lovely.
Great.
For anybody on the YouTube.
Thanks so much.
Yeah. Well, we'll get into it. So obviously we would love to talk about everything, but specifically Girls' Day Out.
Girls' Day Out.
Tell us, who do you run it with? Where did it start?
So, many years ago, there was a group of women, I don't know all of them, that we've been involved for 7 years. Mm-hmm. So maybe 8 or 9 years ago, and these women, they started what was an afternoon tea, a high tea at the exhibition buildings to raise money for breast cancer. And so they had their event at the exhibition buildings, and it was very popular, and it sort of showcased very early on that that's what women wanted to do. They wanted to connect, spend time together, have a few drinks, have conversation, and raise money at the same time. So they outgrew that, I think, in the first time they held it.
Yep.
And then they went out to Lardner Park and they held it there.
Yeah.
I don't know their numbers there, but when I went to that event for the same thing, I went with a group of friends, and then on the table they had a piece of paper. If you were interested in getting involved in this committee, fill in your email address. So that's what I did. And so
Did all of your friends do it, or was it just you?
Just me.
Yeah.
I put my phone number down and everything. Anyway, the girls, that was on every table.
Yeah.
So they gave me a phone call and said they were having their meeting. It was at the courthouse in a room. So I went there full of apprehension. I didn't know anyone else that was going to be there. I knew Sam Gardner was on that committee. That's all I knew. And I thought, oh, they've put this out to every single table. This room's going to be full of women. Yeah. So I opened the door, and there was Sam and another lady there. And there was just one other girl that had been on the committee that couldn't make it that night. So there was literally 3 of us in this room.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, so how are you going to run an event with just 3 of us?
Yeah.
And they said, oh, that's, it's hard to get people on the committee and all the rest of it. And I said, well, can we host another meeting? And I would like to bring some people I know, friends I know. And they thought that was a good idea, but they also wanted to know who was going on the committee. And I said, look, anybody that's going to put their hand up and donate their time, they're in.
Yeah.
And so I went home that night, and I contacted my 2 sisters, Louise and Angela. They're on the committee. Yeah. One of my best friends, Kat, she asked her sister Margie and Claire, her daughter. My daughter Georgia came on board. Yeah. Then, I know April Pyle, Joe Cook, Dan Violet and Ivy, network with them. They asked a few more people. So then there was Joe and April, and then Michelle Patterson. Wow. Don't put that. It's Melissa Patterson, Michelle Shoofs. And
just wanted to save words and get 2 in 1.
Yeah, that's it. I combined them. And we formed our committee. So all up, there's 12 on our committee now, and there's like Nina McMahon as well on our committee. I think I've just about got everybody, but I'll have to rattle through them. So it's myself, Angela, Louise, Kat, Claire, Margie, there's Michelle, Joe, April, there's Nina, Melissa Patterson, I think that's the 11, and there's a 12th.
Your daughter?
No, Georgia's left now.
Oh.
She lives in Melbourne, so she doesn't do it anymore. So that might be our 11th.
Crazy.
Yeah, wow. It's crazy that it can grow. And did all these women, was it more just you're on, like, that sounds good?
No, so we sort of went on that committee, and that committee, we met at my house once, we met at the courthouse again, and those original people that were on the committee with us, they eventually left for different reasons, and we had committee members come on board that did what they could, all had input, and then for whatever reason they left as well. So now there's 11, or the 12th person is actually Mary Lynch. Mary is very special to us. Her and her husband Craig own Turnbull Mitsubishi Motors, and without their input and what they donate, and they are so generous with what they do donate with the car. They don't donate the whole. They don't donate the whole car, but they look after us tremendously. And we love Mary, and she loves us, and we are a really great, unique group of dynamic women that all have busy lives, and we all if anything needs to get done, it just gets done. And we have a messenger group, and we communicate through that. And so when we held our event, we went through try booking for our ticket sales, and it could hold 700 people.
Was
we
this
sold
at
out. Yep, Lardner. Every single event we've hosted, we've sold out to the 700. But the last 2 years, we've taken 3 tables out because so now it's 670. Because we needed the dance floor, because as the years have progressed, we needed less speakers. More time for women to connect and mingle and dance and just have a good time. So,
incredible.
The amount of money that we've raised is just in excess of $500,000 in the last 7 years for our local community. And we've also encompassed and grown, not just to include the oncology department, because it's not just initially it was like breast cancer and it was the McGrath Foundation. Then it became the local oncology department, the local breast care nurse who is paid by the McGrath Foundation. And then we did fund for just over 12 months the oncology care coordinator, because it wasn't recognised as a role that would be paid for by the West Gippsland Healthcare Group.
Oh, wow.
Probably can't put that on. But anyway, they would support her role as long as we would sign the contract that we would pay her wages for 12 months,
Crazy.
which we did. She was just 1 day a week, but her role is invaluable in a person that's been diagnosed with cancer, because she's a care coordinator. She coordinates everything that you potentially need, and there's just one of her, so she's recognised now and she's paid, so that's been great. And we've been able to purchase some really great equipment. Sometimes it's been frustrating to get what we want to get for the oncology department, because you want it to be for the oncology department, but unfortunately with our small hospital, the oncology department is also shared with the endoscopy department. So when you're donating chairs and the like, it's a shared space. Oncology are just there for 1 day a week. So we needed to do something more than what we were doing there. And so we were fortunate enough to have Christy Telford on our committee, and she, passed early from breast cancer, and she fought such a tough battle. She became involved in breast cancer trials, and it was through breast cancer trials that she was able to fight such a tough journey and gain more time with her children and her family. So now in honour of her, we support breast cancer trials. So we donated $20,000 to breast cancer trials from last year's funding. We've also implemented in her honour the Christy Telford gift, which is a legacy to Christy. And so with that, that's open to all people that it's not just men and women. It's we try to keep it within our shire, because a lot of the funds are raised by local people, but there has been a couple of cases outside of our shire, like as far as lakes, and they haven't got as much to offer as what our shire has got to offer. So we've incorporated them as well. And what Christy's gift is you nominate somebody who is deserving of the $2,500. It's a bank check. There's no questions asked. It's, you don't have to claim it on your taxes, nothing. It's a bank check. So it's yours to do what you want with. Some people, we've had a lot of feedback. It's been wonderful for families, for a lot of people that have gone through breast cancer treatment. Times are tough, not only for themselves physically, mentally, but also financially. Some people can't even afford the medication that they need to try and stay on top of their cancer journey in that pharmaceutical space. And so to have $2,500, they can put it towards a family holiday even, or pay for a house cleaner once a fortnight for the while you have your chemotherapy. Just whatever you want.
And I think that's something like we know that breast cancer, it's huge. So many people are affected by it, but unless you are affected by it, you probably don't realise how prominent it is. So to have that, even just spreading awareness, but also to help somebody who is in need. It's
Well, when you click on our link, whether it's Insta, whether it's Facebook, the Girls' Day Out, there's a link to Christy's gift. So people can just nominate. We're in the stages of formatting a live Google document, so it can be filled out and sent online to us. Kat's daughter Claire does all our socials, even though she lives in Perth. She's very hands-on in that space. She's brilliant at that. And so that will make things easier. And this year we had Kansas come and speak at the Girls' Day Out. And Kansas is a young girl. She's 26, I think, now. And she was the ambassador for the Baker's Delight breast cancer fundraiser. And she was only 24 when she was diagnosed with breast cancer.
And that's definitely not what you think.
No, she'd sort of heard about, doing the breast checks and everything, and she went to the October cricket match. That the October month is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and you know, she had found a lump. She thought, I'm 24 years old, it's going to be okay. A lot of people have heard her story. We have posted her story, but after that cricket match, she, you know, they emphasise any age, get it checked out, and she did, and that was her crazy diagnosis.
Wow. It's like, for one, I think just the time that goes into the event, because it's not just a come down, you know, wear some nice clothes and you know, have a chat. It's a full day's worth of entertainment.
From 1 till 6.
Yeah. So
12 to 6. Yeah.
Run us through. Well, first of all, how many people did you have? Oh, you sold out your first event.
Yeah, and we've sold out. We've actually scaled it down from 700 to 670. So with that, we just have to be organised. We book our entertainment. We think of our theme. We speak with Pam out at Lardner Park, and Pam's amazing. She just makes everything happen, knows everything. She's been there for a long time, and she sorts out what days are accessible for us. Generally, it's a Thursday, Friday beforehand. Sometimes it's a Wednesday. The earliest we can, we get in there and we set it up.
2 days.
And we try and source all local people to help with the flowers and like the cookies. Did you go this year?
No.
So there was amazing chocolates from Jazz.
Yeah.
Doing her chocolates, and then we have Fiona Rubble does the cookies for us, and we used to have a local florist do it, but we had 2 young girls that did the balloons this year, so we didn't need so much of the flowers. But it's always local people, and a lot of those local people, they're our heartfelt thanks on the bottom of our brochure, because there's all these monetary donations, like the gold sponsorship, the silver and the bronze, but it's a heartfelt thanks group of people that generate so much money for our event, and it sort of sucks in a way that you can't, it's hard to find a fine line, but you know, like my friend Susie, she donates the ring, valued at $4,500. Monticello's donated 500 Piccolo bottles this year. We sold each bottle at $25 for the bottle for a chance to win. So that generated $12,500 for us. That's that alone. Then the balloon girls that come in, and they're there preparing for days, weeks, getting the big signage and everything. So there's a lot of people in our heartfelt thanks that without we couldn't run an event like we do.
There's so many people that just rock up to give them their time or service or whatever it might be. That's
this
incredible.
year also with our money, as well as the breast cancer trials, we also donated for the mag seed machine, which is new to Warragul. It stays in theatre, so if somebody is diagnosed with breast cancer and they need to mark the tumour in the breast, they would normally have to travel to Traralgon, or previously Traralgon or Casey, and have the wire inserted into the breast tissue to mark the tumour, but now we can do that all at Warragul thanks to this machine. We've just hired it because machine, you know, like most things, it's superseded, so it's on a 2-year hire. And we've also just wanted to give a little back to the community, and we'll do a big spread in the Gazette. Not everybody reads the Gazette, so whoever listens to this podcast, we sourced all the local all the primary schools in the Baw Shire to see who didn't have a defibrillator, and there was 7 that did not have a defibrillator. So we've just purchased 7 defibrillators, and we've just got our plaques, and next week or the week after we'll go around and deliver them, and they'll be donated from Girls Day Out. So that's pretty
That's
special.
so good. And it's not even, it's,
hopefully they'll never need them.
But it's
good to have.
I'd like got shivers just thinking that. It's the one time that you need it though, that you wish.
Definitely. Wish there was a defibrillator around. Yeah, because they save lives.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just blown away actually by the reach that it has.
And like obviously being a male, I don't go to these things. Obviously there's the big bloke Barbie. And being there, and like even just knowing that, and blokes are obviously we're men.
The big blokes do some amazing stuff. Like they funded the Year 9 first aid so the kids could learn CPR. So that in itself.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
But it's such a, like, from a male's perspective to know, I suppose, the ins and outs of the whole day, the whole organisation, the whole lot is such a eye-opener. Because it's, like, I'm aware of what it's there for and all that kind of stuff, but you're also very out of it, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I feel like that myself sometimes. Most of us just have one glass of champagne when we start. Here's to running a great event while people are warming up. Prior to that, we know that the tables look great. They're all being set up. This year, we decided to do a meal, just setting up that cutlery for the meal. That was like another 4 hours. Another 4 or more hours. Just because because before last year it was tapas.
Yeah.
This year it was a sit down, like it was a hot meal.
Yeah.
So you've got to have your bread and butter, like your butter knife, your knife, fork,
spoon. It's not
spoon.
setting the table at home, that's for sure.
And you have to do it right. And there's 10 on each table, and there's 670 tables. So
that's where the perfectionists
there's a
come
lot. Yeah.
That's
so
crazy.
Little things like that. So the setup of it all. Then there's a guy that runs all the technical stuff for us. That's all got to go down fine, and then you've got to stick to a schedule. Nobody wants to stop and have an auction because everybody just wants to keep talking.
Yeah.
So our 2 speakers this year were Kansas, and I asked Leslie, a lady from Breast Cancer Trials, to give a little speech as well. So it's just 2.
Yeah.
And then we had the auction, and you need to have the auction to raise the money.
And it's necessary. Yeah.
So all that's not just money's raised from that, but that did raise a lot.
Yeah.
So but you do need to have something like that, and then most people know that they're there for a fundraising reason, so they do stop at getting them to shush.
Oh yeah, and women.
670
women in one room.
We're still
that have had a few orange juices.
Yes. No.
I can just imagine. Oh gosh. Yeah. So this year you had 2 speakers.
Yep.
What else sort of happens in the day? Because there's 6 hours. Do you get a DJ?
Day, so we had at the end.
Yeah.
After Bachelor Girl had sung, then she mingled with the crowd. She loved the crowd. She wanted some of her footage to go on her Facebook page because she just thoroughly enjoyed the day. And after she had finished, then we had the auction. Then once the auction's done, then it's free for all and DJ Nige. It's always DJ Nige.
He'd love it.
He loves it.
Yeah.
Trust
He's just pre-booked every single year.
Yeah.
And if we go ahead with the theme we've got next year, he's going to be in his element.
How do you even come up with a theme?
Michelle Ireland. She's the one who I forgot. Michelle Ireland is on our committee the last couple of years, and she's dynamite. So as soon as the event was done, she was just like on our face group, our messenger group. What about this thing? I'm going to book them, see if they're available. We can go this colour, that colour. Done.
There's not even time to
Michelle, I did. She was the girl that I left off, the lady that I left off. But yeah, she's dynamic and she's been amazing.
Yeah,
But everybody's like that. Everybody's like that on the committee. Everyone's totally different.
Yeah.
That will always go, what about this? What about that? So it's really nice to be associated.
And obviously very passionate about it too.
Yeah. So even when life gets busy and you think, I think I'm done. I think I just step back. I can't.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it.
In. Yeah.
I can't leave my sisters either. They're there.
That's fair. Makes it a little bit more exciting then too. Yeah. Oh wow. So do you campaign in the lead up? Obviously there's a bunch of different sponsors and it's anywhere from
our sponsors a lot of them are quite loyal.
Yeah.
So they like sponsoring us, and they generally with the silver and the gold sponsorships, like a gold you get a table anyway. So a lot of them will pay, and then that'll be for their staff to go. Voyage always have been a huge sponsor of us, and a lot of people do jump on board. And we used to have lots of flyers and paraphernalia. We've just scaled that back because at the end it's a lot of effort for the business, and I don't think you get a lot out of it. But and campaign wise, really the hard thing for us this year, because everything's gone digital, was selling those raffle tickets. when you got to book a raffle tickets, I could leave you 10 raffle books and say, can you guys have a crack at selling that in your gym?
Yeah.
But you can't do that. And older people like the paper and they like to pay cash. Yeah. So just getting out there, getting that QR code scanned. Yes. It's super, super easy, but it was really hard to... Yeah. But we just about nailed it. A little bit of technology let us down with the Wi-Fi out at Lardner Park that day. It crashed. And I think we were left with 30 tickets left to sell. Oh, so we did pretty well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's great.
I think the old raffle trick in there. Like everybody's stuck in the ages with raffles, aren't they?
I know, but it's all done now. Everything's digital. You have to do it. QR codes are great for that.
Yeah,
You've got to embrace it. You can't.
Yeah, we were having a bit of a joke at home this week because we got the yellow pages delivered, and the book's like, it's this thin. Yeah, it's this thin. And James and I went, it's really just a bunch of QR codes inside leading you to the website to search up a business or whatever it is.
Cause it's just less houses, that's why.
I can't even believe you've got it.
Yeah, I was shocked.
I would not even want it.
It's like the Melways.
I did throw it in there. I'm not going to lie. Because, the Melways. In the back of the...
Melways? Who was the Melways?
No, not me.
Surely.
Probably Maddy. She has yellow pages.
My dad had Melways and Tom Tom.
Dad loved it. I remember Dad getting it out on the car and he'd be trying to drive, because Mum couldn't read it, trying to drive while he's reading it. Safe. Very safe.
Yeah.
But no, you're right. And is that how, like, do you put any money into, like, Facebook ads and things like that to sponsor it even further? Or it's just, don't even need to?
Just, we just keep updating our socials and save the date. You know, it's probably there's a little bit of, why not fix something that's not broken, like try to go different. So we've done a few different things with our money and it's meant the world to us. Like in our hearts, we felt that has been definitely the right thing to do, especially Christy's gift. That has meant more to us than anything. But I think I said to Kat the other day, really want to go to some of the big fundraisers that they have in Melbourne. I know we can't charge $250 a ticket for one, but the Starlight Foundation, the McGrath Foundation when they have a ball, and just see what they do differently in that space. But we're just a local community organisation, so
but to even grow that big and get that much of a following is like,
and
it's always been like you're obviously doing something right, and you can tell that everybody in it and the reason for it is such a genuine thing, rather than like I guess some other organisations that are very, you're like,
it's a bit of a write-off.
Questionable.
And when you go and you stand back and you just see such a variety of ages.
I have clients that message me months beforehand and go, I've got an event coming up. And I'll go, okay, what's the event? I've got Girls' Day Out. How am I going to manage this? Because I'm telling you right now that I'm waiting for this. I have multiple clients that this is one of the things that they pencil into their calendar, and nothing is going to stop them from enjoying that day. And that speaks volumes to me. In that it's not a family event. It's not their birthday. They'd rather not have anything on their birthday so they can enjoy that event because it does mean so much.
But even as a community thing, like, I suppose there's the old small town shit that gets about, but at the same time, like, everybody is keen to go.
I think we've spoken about this with a couple of members on the committee, and I think sort of the need is there, and you just got to have enough people with the want to get together and collaborate and have a gala ball to raise money for local community events as well. Because that's where the magic happens, I think, when you get community together, and you're not going to have those old halls where people used to have local gatherings and local community. It's got to be big events like that, and it's just showcased with the big blokes and the Girls' Day Out, and I think we just need to mesh. Just for another one.
Not take away
from
one. Absolutely.
So I think that would be an exciting space to work in as well.
And it can be so different. But working for the common goal as well.
Have it after dinner, so don't have to set up the cutlery.
No cutlery.
Just a supper.
Note to everybody, for next year there will be no hot meal.
I've asked that, and the feedback is that the hot meal was really great.
You'll be all over the cutlery.
You'll be all over it.
Plastic knives and forks.
That's it.
Get your own. There's a box in the middle of the table.
Or when you walk in, they give you.
BYO.
That'd be great.
Smoothies.
Oh, so I guess my next question for you is, you know, you just said you wanted to, like, you enjoyed that first event that you went to, but what is the why for you in continuing?
Why do I do it? It's that day in particular.
I feel emotional.
When you are working with such amazing women on the committee anyway, you look for, not that you want to go out at night to a committee meeting, but when you're sitting around that table, they're just awesome people to be around, so that's nice. And we get things done quick, then we get home. Yeah. But then when you've got the lead up to the event, that's all going well as well. And then you have the event and you actually have the opportunity to stand back and think, wow, we did this for these people. And so that's a big part of it. But the bigger part of it is just the stories that come back from Christy's gift, to be honest. I know we've made a difference with the Mag Seed machine. I know we've made a difference donating money to the breast cancer trials, but it's those stories that hit home because everybody's so individual and unique in their needs and, you know, their heartbreak and how they cope, and that makes a difference in their life. It makes them feel a little bit special again because so much is taken away through cancer treatment, whatever cancer it is.
Absolutely.
They lose so much, and just to have a little bit of you're special, a little bit of recognition.
Absolutely.
I think it would be nice. I hope I never have to experience it.
Absolutely.
But I think that is definitely the why. To keep that going. Because that's never going to go away.
And I think that's the thing, even if, like, all the blood, sweat and tears, if you can help one family. One family and make a difference, it's worth it, isn't it?
We're all a bit hopeless. You know, not that you ever scrutinise any request that comes in too much. And, you know, there's extra little things that we've done for women that, you know, it's incidental to us, means something to them. You know, like do a mother-daughter pack down at the makeup hub for a mother-daughter. That sort of stuff. Little things like that is all great, but
it's wonderful.
It's all
wonderful.
It's all positive.
My brain is going to, like, you hear about the statistics of cancer and things like that, and I can imagine, because I'm very grateful to have not had to worry, but I can imagine that sometimes it might be hard for people to think that they're just another statistic. And to then have something like Christy's gift and go, oh, actually, no, I'm seen in this, and I'm not just one of the many. I've been seen, and
no, that's right.
My journey is my own, and here's something that can help it.
Because you lose a lot of your identity, I think, through cancer treatment, men and women. I think women speak about it probably a bit more, but men also lose so much as well. And you know, their body shape changes after going through chemotherapy. It changes their hormones. Hormones affect everything. It changes your gut microbiome. It changes everything. Because the treatment is so harsh. And so you're not the same person you were going into it, even though you've come out, you've fought the hard battle, but you're a different person in so many facets.
Not just physically.
And so just that one little check, it's nothing, you know. But hopefully
and I think
something.
Like it's like, even though you might get through, you constantly got in the back of your mind that it might come back now, like any day.
It's not done.
Like all the rest of us that haven't, thankfully, had to have a cancer diagnosis for a wake up. We're all very aware people, aware of our health, and when you go for any test, you're always a bit, you want it to come back clear. You go for that, you know, that breast screen, you go, oh, I hope that's okay. Go for your pap smear, go for your blood tests, hope they're okay.
You know the chances it's going to be okay, but
it might
it's
not
like when
be.
the copper like just follows you down the street, you're like,
I wasn't speaking, was I?
You
was I doing something wrong?
Everything. All of a sudden, both hands are on the wheel, looking straight ahead.
Head checking, like, no, tomorrow.
I came home from gym the other day. I was at the traffic lights and I went to have a drink in my bottle, and I saw I was dying. Like, was a police car? I'm like, nah, in between my two hands on the thing, I'll be caught for something. Like, you had a drink of water. And I don't think you are meant to.
I think from, like, the males side of things, especially, is still very... I was literally talking to a client about this the other day, just in regards to mental health and suicide and stuff. And he is older and like went through a lot with friends and family and all that kind of stuff. But like I grew up, like my family was good in the sense of like always supportive and that kind of stuff. But there was always that you're a man, you'll be right type situation. Just get on with it. You're a man. And then talking to him in that generation, he's like he had it even worse above him.
Yeah.
But still in this day and age, like males feel, especially I guess on the other side, is like, oh, I've lost my manhood.
Yeah.
Even if it's not like testicular cancer or anything like that.
Yeah.
It might be just like a melanoma or something.
Yeah.
Like they'll come out of it going, oh, I'm weak now.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, it is really hard.
Like females, I guess, talk about it a lot more, but even so, they'll still lose that, like you said, identity and.
Yeah, it's a huge thing, and I was talking to a friend the other day that her husband had a cancer diagnosis, gone through the treatment, and the private health, they'd gone through all these top people, and not one of them had addressed the mental health that would have such a huge impact on this man.
That's
coming
crazy.
Home. He's like, the treatment was done, the surgery is done, you're all cured, go back home with a lot of complications but the biggest thing was the mental health, and just go back to your life, your work, your kids.
But how do you?
But how do you?
You essentially had a near-death experience, whether it is life-threatening or.
I know that mental health practitioners, they're too few and far between actually.
Yeah.
But they really do need to be implemented in all of this.
Absolutely.
All of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you think that may be a focus? Is that something that goes on in these committee meetings where you think, where can we have more reach to bring that in for people?
That's a good idea as well. I think the oncology coordinator, she does help a lot.
Yeah.
Resources are really slim, and I know there's a lot of people doing their counselling, their mental health courses now, so hopefully there'll be a few more positions filled. But there definitely needs to be that conversation. Very good. Thank you for that.
No worries. I'm feeling very inspired, and actually just when you were saying you get into these meetings, and it led me to think about even people in their health and fitness journeys, right?
Yeah.
We tell clients all the time, surround yourself with people who are like-minded, and that goes for everything. Even in something like this, the only way that you will grow and spread awareness is with people who are like-minded, and it must feel very, I guess, and again, you'll come out of those meetings tired, I'm sure, but to come out and go, oh wow, like this is...
I come out of those meetings sometimes blown away, because some of them just make magic happen with just regards what they know technology wise, because I'm useless at technology, and they go, oh yeah, we can just do this, and we've also got a great guy that does graphic design and comes up with a lot of our design concepts, Zach, and Zach takes care of everything. He's amazing.
We like Zach.
Yeah, we like
Zach.
Yeah.
Just remember, we've got to catch up with Zach. We've got to thank him.
Yeah. Oh, it's incredible.
But I think even like leaning into, like, especially like with us here, like we're all sort of got our own little pocket that we stick to, and yours would be much the same. Like, just I feel that like the word committee is so like, oh, I've got another like school committee meeting or anything like that, and you're like, oh god, I'm gonna put up with people I don't like. But in this sense, you're just catching up with your mates. And getting things done.
And sometimes life is busy, and with our little group of people, because we all know each other, and we've known each other for a long time, we can just talk about the stuff on our messenger group, and if we think we're done, it's cold, it's wet, let's just have a night in tonight, we'll go, okay. And we'll just schedule it another time. And then other times if we just need to catch up, we'll just do that too.
That's great.
So
I guess next question is, when is it next year?
It is written down somewhere. I know it's not the start of May. It's not around Mother's Day next year. I think it's towards the end. I think it's actually April. Yeah, because there was a few things happening, so I think it's April.
Thereabouts.
We were going to try and flip it to the end of the year, October, but it's too hard to have two big events in the local community, because so we couldn't do like the big blokes one weekend, girls day out the following weekend.
Blokes limelight.
We hit the we keep the local communities too much. So we stayed in May. Yeah. But I have a feeling it's April.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And can people still donate?
People can still donate through the link, or
yeah,
they can still do that if they want to. All the money that people donate, like even like through COVID, thanks to Craig and Mary again, we were able to raffle off a car during COVID, and we still made money and picked the year before. But all the money that has ever been donated by the local community is just held in our Bendigo Bank.
Yeah.
And we scrutinise it. We scrutinise it before it even goes to the hospital, because I work at the hospital. I know how big, public hospitals work. You don't want to pay a lot of money and then have it just go into the big black void that is the West Gippsland healthcare bank account. We want it specifically for that. Yeah. And so sometimes we haven't advertised what we've actually bought, because we want it to make sure it goes to that.
Yeah.
So people are always reassured that we will not just be giving the money to the hospital and just it'll go everywhere else.
Here you go. Here's
do what you will with it.
Here's $100,000. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really important to us, because that's why people come together and raise their money, because they want it to go for that cause.
100%.
Yeah.
And that's what like with the bushfires, like at Malakuta and all that. Like there was so much talk about, like obviously it's a media and people are blowing it up and that kind of stuff, but there's so much talk of like, where is this actually going?
Yeah, with that Celeste Barber, when she raised all that, generated all that funding. Hopefully it all went to the people that needed it. Yes, like the push-up challenge that I'm doing again. 100 what did we do today? 143 push-ups today we did.
It's not bad. One go.
No. Started off with like 23 and then it was like broken down into 20s, and then it was 10.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
We was it last year? No,
year before.
We jumped in on one of Pete's, and
it's a lot.
A bit sore.
Yeah. They've broken it down now. If you don't want to if you can't just do the push-ups all the time, they've broken it up into different things. You can do so many tricep dips and many push-ups and many sit-ups just to get your whole number ticked off. So
the total rep thing.
Yeah. We haven't done it as a family per se this year. We've done it through St Paul's.
Yep.
Cool. And we've jumped on Louise's Spags team, the teachers team.
There's so many great courses out there too, which is incredible. And I think sometimes if you don't go looking for them, you don't know they're there. But it's through.
My Facebook's useless. It's got a girls' day out. It's got the MS 10K run that I did, and now it's got the push-up challenge. I'm really...
The algorithm is just...
I don't post anything. I really
It's the important stuff. And the girls, family.
Yeah.
No, they don't. I said to the girls, just tag me.
Just
because I
ain't posting you.
No. I don't.
Oh gosh. Well, did you have any other questions?
No, I don't think so. Like it's such I think just an eye opener in general. Like you have a rough idea of sort of what goes on.
Yeah.
And I've no doubt I'll think of more questions.
It's not hard. It's actually not hard when you surround yourself, like you said, with good people, and then, good things happen.
Yeah. It's very true, isn't it?
Yeah. There's no negativity. If there's anything that's a bit of an issue, it's discussed.
Yeah.
Everybody gives their input and you come up with a resolution. It's, it's easy.
Yeah. And that's how it should be. Yeah. Especially when you're talking about...
If it's too hard... They just gotta leave. No, they just go. They don't stay even.
You're out.
See ya.
Don't get invited on. No.
Oh, that's funny. Well, no, thank you so much for sharing about that.
You're welcome.
It's something that obviously, like I said, I have clients that base months around Girls' Day Out.
It is a great day.
Yeah, and the feedback that comes back is always that it was wonderful, and people always come away feeling very inspired, and it's great to hear firsthand.
It's a feel-good event.
Yeah, and just to see that it does go into the local community.
Yeah.
And not just the hospital, but being able to provide in schools and reach out that way is
That is very good.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that the other day. I thought we're going to deliver our defibrillators. How can we get like a breast check where we can't really in the junior school? I'll just leave it for the teachers.
Yeah.
Like body awareness, but
yeah.
Anyway.
But that's true. Like that, I would never in high school.
Yeah.
I don't think. Honestly, I think I probably was more aware about checking from Jemima and Intimo, because she just is always on there first day of the month check, and I would never have ever thought about it before that. So, and it is important, like I said, somebody 24 years old, you know, it can hit anybody.
That's right.
So no, thank you.
Thank you.
Obviously, yes, you can still donate on the website, which is great. Looking at April next year for anybody. When do
clear your calendar, everybody.
Yeah, clear it.
Well, they normally go on sale 2 months beforehand, and they're normally
gone.
They're sold out in minutes. To be honest, I think it was 12 minutes. But
wow.
It's like Taylor Swift ticket.
I know.
Level.
We're quicker than Swifty.
Yeah.
We heard all about that, didn't we, Maddy? The old Swifty tickets.
That was a rough day.
Did you want to go?
Oh yeah, I went. I cried.
Oh, you
3
went?
times. Yeah. Oh yeah, I was
Did you
very
have all the
lucky.
bracelets?
No, I didn't. But I did stay up the night before and bejeweled a whole denim jacket with a hot glue gun, little jewels from Kmart, all of her albums on there.
Exactly.
It was wonderful. Yeah.
I'm glad you
cried.
Oh yeah,
cried.
I did. I cried. Yeah, it was magic.
I just can't get there.
Would
I'm
you
trying,
cry?
I can't.
Would you cry at a concert?
No.
None.
She's not singing directly to you.
The other thousands. No.
The other 99,000.
I think the only time I would ever cry is if a song resonated with a memory for me.
And that's exactly what it was.
Was it?
The Eras
High
tour.
school when her boyfriend dumped her.
That's exactly what it was. Or her song 22. Like that, or her song 15. I just have very core memories of turning 15
again,
and 22 and...
Nah, 28.
28?
Yeah.
It's a good age.
28 was a great age.
How old? I had DJ when I was 28, so...
Me too.
Very good
I had
age.
Brooke when I was 28.
Yeah.
Got married when I was 28.
Me? Just PT.
Just PT.
I think we went to America that year.
You didn't have Ela? No.
29.
30. Oh, 29.
Married. No, 30. Whatever. That's a male's brain for you.
Do you think I should list off my committee a bit better?
No, I think you did a great job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Even though I forgot Michelle?
Yeah.
Bought her in later.
She got a special.
Yeah,
she did.
Absolutely.
She got a special. So, no, but thank you very much. Obviously you can donate, everything like that. You can find Instagram.
Yep.
Girls Day
And
Out Facebook. Yes. Chucky, where can we find you?
PRJCT Transform.
So
Type it in anywhere you want.
Yeah. PRJCT.
Yeah.
When's your fundraiser happening?
We had to change the date so it all aligned with everyone. August. August.
Yeah. I was thinking about that just before, actually. I'm excited for that.
That's good. That'll be a great community event as well. That's going to generate interest in the right way.
Yeah. It'll be great.
Try and make it a bit of fun. No alcohol involved.
No push-ups.
Oh, definitely push-ups.
There will
Burpees.
be definitely push-ups.
Burpees.
You'll be well practiced by
Yeah, I
then.
will.
Yeah.
I'll come in here and punch out a few.
Yeah. Tex will she'll just be walking around like this from that many push-ups.
I know. It's not great. It's not great.
Oh gosh. No, well, thank you again. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram. That's it from us.
Yeah.
Happy Friday, folks.
Thank
Good
you.
weekend.
Yeah.